David Beckham, probably the most instantly recognisable sportsman in the world, spent 2 days meeting British troops at Camp Bastion in Afghanistan. The visit captured the attention of the world's media, and one that will give us an up-close and personal insight into Beck's the man as you've never seen him before. It started bright and early at RAF Brize Norton in Oxfordshire. This is the departure point for the majority of troops heading for Afghanistan. But amid the soldiers, sailors and airmen is a very special passenger. To the amazement of everyone, David Beckham is here, and the photo opportunities begin. Beckham's flying to Afghanistan on a regular troop flight, and it gives the 35-year-old his first sense of what awaits him.
It first kind of hit me on the way over when we were on the military plane flying in to Afghanistan, and you can see the faces. You can see, obviously, they know they're leaving their families, but they're so focused and they've got this look in their eyes that they're just so confident.
With Beckham in the air, a team at Camp Bastion were putting the final touches to arrangements on the ground.
Well, I got a phone call saying that he was coming, and you're sort of like, oh, David Beckham's coming. You don't quite sort of believe it.
It was a shocking surprise initially. Somebody as high profile as David Beckham coming out here was just it was a shock. We didn't expect it, totally out of the blue.
We only had about a week's notice, and then about 3 days before the visit I could tell a handful of people, the key people that we needed to inform. And then we could only tell the units he was visiting when he was actually en route in the air. It had to be kept quite secret, as you can imagine.
The following morning, the troops were waiting as their hero arrived.
Do you know, I've been wanting to come for years, but obviously with my playing schedule, I've never had the time. But obviously being injured now, it's given me the chance to do things that I've always wanted to do and never been able to. So, you know, I'd love to come back. I'd love to, you know, be here again and experience this, because it really is amazing.
I think it's absolutely amazing that someone like David Beckham has come along. We all know he's a global superstar, and the fact that he doesn't have to do it, he's not getting paid to do it, it's not a PR stunt. He's doing it because he's got the time, because he's injured, and he wants to do it to see the lads.
First, official photos on top of a jackal. Then inside for more photos and signings.
Smudge.
He also met members of 40 Commando who'd been injured in action.
We made a point of making sure that David Beckham fully understood that the main job that is actually happening out here has been done forward in the FOBs and PBs. And Royal Marines out there are doing their bit, as they always do. We did have a few casualties back here in Camp Bastion with us, and I made a point of making sure that he was introduced to them and got their point of view and understood what they've been going through in those forward locations.
A poignant moment where he was presented with a Commando dagger destined for the England World Cup squad.
I'm with the squad tomorrow, so I'll take it with me, and I think it's a great pleasure. You know, I think we all appreciate, you know, we're all, you know, we love playing for our country. You obviously all love serving your country, but you know, as a nation, and definitely as an England football team, you know, we can be prouder. You know, we all know what you guys go through. We all know what you do, and we really couldn't be more prouder of everything that you do for us. It really is incredible.
But true to form, the Royal Marines wouldn't let his visit end there. Their paddling pool was standing by.
Let's go across this a crate and a half as well.
Get on the rest.
How many flights are you going?
Pleasure. Cheers. Stay safe.
And yourself.
Cheers.
Well, after getting his feet wet with the Royal Marines, more traditional pastimes were on offer with the 1st Battalion, the Royal Gurkha Rifles. A football pitch had been quickly assembled, and the Gurkhas were keen to show off their penalty-taking prowess.
But they wouldn't let the former England captain go without a demonstration. But only one kick allowed, though, because of his Achilles injury.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Camp Bastion welcome to the most famous sportsman on the planet, David Beckham, OBE.
You know, I've obviously represented my country on the field, and I've got great teammates and great friends. But every now and again, I can let my teammate down on the field. You out here, you know, you have to trust your friends and trust the people that you're next to and your teammates, and you don't get another chance. So I really congratulate you all for that. You know, I've got huge admiration for everything that you do. Everything that you believe in and everything that you're doing for our country, so it's a real honour for me to be here.
Beckham paid his respects to the fallen at Camp Bastion's memorial. He took time to read the names of those who had died, and as with the rest of his visit, he wouldn't be rushed. He was aware that units he'd been meeting here had lost colleagues during the period of his stay.
It just really is scary work, and these guys are bravest people that I've ever met, and it truly is an honour to be here.
This is the Theatre Military Working Dogs Unit. To get a true sense of what some of these animals are trained for, David donned protective suit and joined a practice session for one of the German Shepherds. But Camp Bastion is only part of the story here in Afghanistan, of course, and to reach troops in forward operating bases and across the whole forces world, David spent an hour on BFBS Radio's Access All Areas with Richard Hatch.
Welcome to a very special Access All Areas in the studio, sat next to me. Can I touch you, by the way?
To just shake hands and to hear the stories and to hear how much they're missing their families, and you know, it really does, it's really emotional, but it does kind of strike, you know, the whole reality of the situation.
For every waking moment David Beckham was here, he was meeting the troops, having pictures taken and signing autographs. Commanders say Bastion has been left buzzing from his trip, and I'm pretty certain that for all of the troops that met him, his memory will linger a long time.